Okay, now we're into the elm family, which is Ulmus and Ulmaceae. Ulmus is the scientific part of the scientific name that's used most commonly, and it's Ulmus americana. And I want to go into why it's americana, or how you can use americana to identify this one. The bark is alternating with white and red, and the bark is at just below the bottom leaf there, and it's in layers. The bark builds in layers on most of the plants, the trees, and this one is red and white. Now, if you add blue to that, you get red, white, and blue, and so that would tell you that this is American elm and not slippery elm, which we will see in a few minutes. So this is alternate buds on both of these, and I think you can see those fairly easily. The flowers are very small, and I think those are flowers on the right. And the leaves are pointed, sawtooth edges, very sharp at the tips. They are a little bit fuzzy and fairly easy to identify, except for with slippery elm, which we'll be doing next. Okay, now the leaf scar on this plant is really something. And the leaf scar, if you look at the one on the left, you can see down the second bud down. Just below that, you should see kind of a chocolatey semicircle, and that is the smiley face, I call it, but I actually call it E.T. because it looks to me like E.T. From the movie, and it has 3 dots on it, and it just looks a lot like E.T. So remember that, and you might be able to find that plant. Okay, the next slide is slippery elm, and as I said, it's related to the previous American elm. Only this time, when you look at the bark, which is in the center there, between the twig and the bottom leaf, it does have layers, but they are brown, dark brown layers. And so they're not red, white, and blue, basically. So this is slippery elm. It does have a little more fuzziness to the leaves, and the leaves are much bigger than the American elm. So that's a good way. It's got a quite short stem on it and toothed edges. And the buds, the next year's buds are on the sides. They look like brown balls, and they're very large. So if you see those in the fall of the year, and they do come out, they're out now, and through the winter, they will open up and produce stems, leaves, and flowers later on. And sorry, this covered over part of the scientific name. It is Ulmus rubra, though. That's rubra on the right for red because of the reddish brown buds. And most of the inner bark is used to chew, and it seems to calm or help sore throats. So that's kind of interesting. And that's on the larger branches, maybe 2 inches or so, or 1 inch or 2 inches, someplace in that range. I've tried it. It's very interesting. So that's pretty good.